I like that. Why health is linked to your success is the subject of today's eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler. I'm here with Tegan Hudak from Wellpower Solutions. Thank you, Tegan, for coming in.
No problems. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, lovely. What a pleasure to have you here. Now, enough of the accolades. Now, what's your personal story around, why health is linked to success? You've got something to tell us, yeah?
Yes, I do, always. If anyone who knows me knows that. To take you back about 3 years ago, I actually went through the program that I now coach, and I was looking for more focus and just to have a bit more energy, and I was actually really just sick and tired of being sick and tired.
But yeah, heard that line before, yeah.
Yeah, you have. But as it turned out, I did have 7 kilos to lose, and lost them and haven't re-found them, and now that's just something that I help other people do. Yeah. So that's where it started for me, and yeah, going forward, that's what I do.
Okay, so what are your credentials around this sort of thing? Yeah, so there's probably a disclaimer or something you want to mention here?
Yes, there is. So obviously health is a complex journey, and everyone has a different backstory, but I would just say that I'm not a doctor, and I'm coached and trained through the manufacturers of the program and the doctors and nutritionists and dietitians that put that together. Every case is general, and today's really just about a generalised chat around health and wellness.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's an important question. It's like why health is linked to your success, you know. And we see in any sort of coaching program you go to, you know, you listen to anything from Anthony Robbins, he talks about health. You know, listen to anybody. It's like, so it's that. What are those key points? Like energy, first of all. Let's talk about energy. Like, how's that? You know, as a part of health and programs, how's your energy affected?
So if we talk about how to be healthy and successful in business, energy is often something that if you think about when you're in a room full of people, let's say you're at a networking event, and are you the person who's like had a really long day and you're feeling really tired and just lethargic, and you're just thinking to yourself, oh, how much longer do I have to be here? Like, I really want to go home to bed. Yeah. Or are you that person who has equipped yourself and really looked after your number one asset, which is you as a business owner, and really equip yourself to have energy, to be present where you are, and to be excited about where you're going. So health, it all comes back to how are you looking after yourself, how are you looking after your number one asset, and some of that success comes down to who are you accountable to for those things.
So even your energy then, of course, then that's going to weigh through in the way that your first impressions to people are. I mean, if you're a bit overweight and your shirt's sort of bulging a little bit, you know, I've had times in my life where I felt that way and certainly looked that way, you know, and it definitely conveys something. And when you see someone across the room or you're first introduced to someone, you do perceive. Yeah.
So for sure, weight loss can be a big word out there at the moment, and particularly leading into Christmas and summer, where often you put on a couple and then you never actually lose the couple. But to come back to your question with regards to that first impression, first of all, if you're with people and connecting with people in business, people often don't remember the technical things you told them or detail. They'll remember how you made them feel.
Oh, yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie,
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you've got to look after yourself and get confidence in how you look and how you feel before you can give that to someone else. So, you know, weight loss, energy, all of that provides focus. It provides a gift that you can have within yourself that you can then portray to other people and make them feel when you're around them.
Yeah, and that certainly carries forward into, like, you know, your communications and your interactions with people ongoing, staff, colleagues, superiors. If you've got that enthusiasm and energy, then that's going to work.
And thinking about staff, I'm glad you brought it up, because if I'm coaching somebody who is an employee, they'll have more focus with what they do because they feel good. They can be confident not only in their area of health but also in what they do. And as an employer, if you've got staff that you think you want to create a nice team culture with, having a health journey together and supporting each other through that process is amazing, particularly because you do spend 8 to 10 hours a day with these people. How nice is it to be on a program together where you can support each other and then have the coach that comes and helps that education process through the time as well.
Yeah, and ultimately we know that healthy is going to, you know, it's live long and prosper type thing. Yeah, that longevity. How about that?
Well, longevity, and this is probably, you may have heard this before, but I love it. It's a lot of time people put their health to the side while they're busy being busy to create their wealth. And often you'll get to, we're at a point in your life where you want to start to enjoy that wealth, but holy crap, because I haven't looked after my health, now I've got to use my wealth to get back my health.
Oh, yes, okay.
And sometimes...
So there's a parallel on that sort of thing. Like, if you're working 15-hour days, you're not looking after yourself.
So you can say, I don't have time to cook meals, or I don't have time to look after my health. But at the end of the day, you've got to make time, because you'll be busy being busy. You'll be busy getting ahead, and to the end game where you've got to try and buy back your health, and sometimes it's too late.
Okay, and then finally, I think core and amongst this is self-image. Yeah, I mean, there's all those things we've just talked about all comes from self-image. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I know the reason why I did the program in the beginning.
Yeah.
It wasn't because I thought, I actually didn't believe that I would have more energy, because originally I was quite energetic as a personality. But as it turned,
I get that from you. Yeah.
I wanted the weight loss as a byproduct. I wanted to look different, and that's why I did it. And 80% of clients, that's what they'll be saying to me, particularly coming into summer.
Yeah.
But as a byproduct, I got energy, and when I say energy, I don't mean my personality went sky high. Although you could say that. No, what I mean is that when I wake up, I am awake. When I go to bed, I sleep solidly. When I'm during my day, I feel you don't understand energy until you have it sometimes. Yeah. And I started this journey personally because I wanted a different image. I wanted to lose weight. I'd had a child. I wanted to get me back. But I finished it with not only fat loss, but also with more energy, more clarity, more focus. And, this last flu season, the amount of people I hear are getting sick,
you were fine. Oh, there you go. No, big fan of living healthy. Now, in terms of things though, let's talk about self-image, because so many of us seek validation through posting a photo of ourselves in a nice frock or a nice shirt or some distant place. We stick it on our Facebook, and we get our validation like out of these, like just people commenting, "Oh, you look great this summer, John." But I think the reality is we secretly look. Maybe we do look in the mirror, occasionally after a shower, and I think there's that perception about self-image. And I know I'm not going to admit to anything apart from the fact that occasionally I do actually look at myself in the mirror and go, "Yeah, you're looking good, John." And so if that self-image is coming from your own source rather than something where people are doing this on Facebook to you, that's way more authentic, isn't it?
It is, and I just say, if you think about your self-image now and how you look in the mirror, are you happy with that? And if not, are you prepared to change some things, create some new habits? Yeah. And if the answer is no, then no one can help you. But if the answer is yes, I would like to tone up, I would like to lose this belly, there's things here that shouldn't be here. And I talk about, yes, weight loss is massive, and it's amazing, the journey, because people can see it, you can see it. What you can't see is the fat and the visceral fat in between all your organs. What you can't see is your cellular health. And that's why how you feel is very important, because that's the byproduct of what we do. Yeah, well, that's just scary. So I agree that image is great, and honestly, if I wouldn't have a business if people didn't care about what they look like. Yeah. But you walk in a door, like a business owner, like any person going for a job interview, you've got 7 seconds to make an impression. What impression are you giving? Yeah, well, that's right. The other week, what did I get? You're the crocodile hunter of digital marketing. I see that. Yeah, I know. It's like that enthusiasm type thing. That's definitely come about through an attitude change and working smarter and harder as opposed to the former. And that's been a personal journey for me. And that's been around the sorts of things you've been talking about today. Yeah. But what do you offer though? Let's talk about what you love to do for people. So I've been taglined both the carrot and the whip. But what I do is educate. I provide some accountability. I provide support. There's so much information out there. what works, what doesn't work, that sort of thing. So it's guidance, I suppose. Even down to looking at labels and things like that in supermarkets. I've had people call me when they're in the middle of the supermarket saying, "Is this right or is that?" That sort of support and questions answered. But I suppose apart from that. Just if you think about if you have a gym membership and if you have a personal trainer that you see every Wednesday at 10 o'clock and yet your goal is to go to the gym every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday at 10 o'clock. How many times do you turn up for the Thursday and the Friday? Versus the time when you know you've got someone that you've paid to see, someone that is waiting there for you at the gym and who's expecting you. Okay,
so the key thing that you have offering today, Tegan Hudak from Wellpower Solutions, is coaching around health and weight and and those sorts of benefits we've just talked about.
And the accountability, because you can go buy a manual or you can go buy something or get some information off the internet. But actually, to mention, if you think about the New Year's and New Year's resolutions and people's, I'm going to do this, there's a key date on the 17th of January is where most people have stopped what they decided to start. And what I do is help you through that 17th of January syndrome. Okay. So on the basis that you end up with habits. Yes. And that's healthy habits. That is. And the key is, it's not just about, you take a magic pill and then you're skinny. This is about equipping people so that when I'm not there, I hope that people will do my program and they may take one or two things out of it that they implement for the rest of their lives. That is a game changer when you think about the compound effect and you think about little things over time, how much of a difference they make. So if that's all, and here's the thing, if they do a program and they think, you know what, I'm going to have a break over Chrissy now, enjoy myself, they have the education, they have the knowledge, and they may ask me to help them again to do another cycle after Christmas. So this is about balance. It's about equipping people with the tools that they can then use within their life. Fabulous. And being there if they need the whip. Tegan, you're very passionate about the subject there. So, and you've told me about the people who have been successful. I've seen the results of your efforts with people, and I've seen them be, they've lost weight, and they're more energetic, and they're more positive. It's, there's those manifold benefits we talked about earlier. I've seen you do that to people, and that's wonderful. Now, how do people get hold of you? So, do you want me to tell you my phone number? You can tell them your phone number if you want. Do you want Tegan's phone number? Go for it. So, 0424 554 373. A group of us coaches have a website too, which is wellpowersolutions.com.au. And we have a Facebook page as well. Fabulous. Okay, Tegan Hudak, thank you very much for coming on the Central Business Show. A little bit left field, but there's a big part of this. As I said, any sort of coaching you get around business success is always going to talk about health, and longevity and getting up early and getting the job done and still having something left at the end of the day. So I'm on board. Fabulous. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks, John. That's enough for this episode of the Central Business Show. We'll see you next time. I'm John Nayler. Thank you very much for watching another episode of the eCentral Business Show. What we're looking to do across the eCentral Business Show is bring to you the very best content from great people with really informative knowledge to share. It's something that you can listen to in the car. Don't watch it obviously when you're doing that, but we're looking to really bring value to you across LinkedIn, YouTube, podcastable content, so it's really great and informative business knowledge. So please tune in as much as you can. Now, the great ways to follow us, you can register on the database, make contact with us, and we'll put your email in. We're going to tell you each month what great videos will come out and just give you a curated version through the eCentral magazine, where we're going to send you the most popular videos for the month. The other thing we can do is obviously invite you to connect with us on LinkedIn, linked up with myself, John Nayler. And the other thing, of course, is look up John Nayler on YouTube and subscribe to our channel there.